Yo guys, Haku here with my predictions for Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 5, and I think that the title of this one is Captive. So this one's going to be interesting. I'm going to get into what I think is going to happen part by part. Before we get into the credits, before we get into that, I think that all we're going to have is Connor's group putting Travis and Alicia down in that place where they lock Travis up at. I don't know if they lock Alicia up as well. They might at the very beginning, but I don't think it'll last throughout the entire episode because reasons. But I'll get into those when I get to those scenes. But I think we're going to just start with them getting locked up wherever in the bottom, even if it's just Travis locked up and Alicia is still free to move around and whatever. We're going to get that, and then we're going to get our opening credit sequence, which is really just the title card or whatever. So then we're going to get the title card, and after the title card, we'll likely cut back to our group on the Abigail. It looks from the scenes we see so far that we will probably start with Strand still maybe a bit chilled, sort of getting up and talking to Luis, and Luis saying, he talks to Strand a bit, and then he tells like Maddie or whatever, because I think they're all in the wheelhouse together, that your people are gone and we need to move on, but we know they're not going to move on so easily. So throughout this episode, I do think that Alicia is going to be trying to play Connor's group or Jack's group, whatever. She's going to be trying to play them against each other and play the group against itself. Maybe trying to get Travis and Alex out as well, because I do think that Alex is going to be there. I think that Travis will find Alex locked up with him or near him, and they're going to find out that Connor killed Jake. And Connor killed Jake and also got the information out of her about where to find them and their names, and that's how they found them. And because you would wonder, okay, if Alex is here and she's supposed to be part of our group, she's on the main cast, how is she going to join our group? How is she going to forgive them after what they did? And I think that could be how. Because she's obviously going to want revenge or want to escape after Connor killed Jake, after all this time trying to protect him. She's going to be very upset. And if our group helps her escape and helps her get revenge on Connor, then that'll definitely put our group back in her good graces, I guess would be a way to say that. So I think we see Daniel and Madison talking. I think they are going to definitely decide that they are going to go and attack Connor's group and try to get Travis and Alicia back. And we already know, I'm pretty sure they said, I think it was Jack said last episode, that Connor has like 12 men capable of fighting. He has like a dozen men. So around a dozen fighters, maybe around 20 people overall. We have pretty good numbers. I think we could definitely maybe take them. I don't know. We'll kind of see how that goes. And we get to the preparation for the attack, and it seems like from the scene, Nick is loading a gun. He doesn't really look like he knows what he's doing that much, but Madison tries to stop him from going, I think. And I think also that Madison is going to maybe talk to Strand, and Strand, says, I see the potential in Nick. I know what he's capable of. And I kind of agree with Strand here, because Maddie has seen him as nothing but an addict. She hasn't seen the good in him, and Strand is seeing, the useful side. If you have an addictive personality, or if because he was just doing drugs to be reacting to the world he lived in, and this is a different world he lives in, I feel like Strand knows how to use those negative character traits and use them in a constructive manner rather than just being a druggie. So he's using the same traits that Nick has, he's just being constructive with it, and I think that Madison just isn't seeing that in her own son. Also, I definitely think that Daniel or Chris is going to torture Reed for information on where Connor's group is. 100% think that's coming. I think maybe Ophelia might try to stop it or try to keep them from doing it because she knows what happened with the army guy from last season, like Adam or something like that. So she might try to stop it, but I do think that will be coming this episode. Now, we also see Strand in the wheelhouse pointing out the window, and I think that he does, I think that's when he and Madison see wherever their destination is, the place they're trying to find them at or attack or whatever, and the attack and Alicia's escape. It could be this episode. I think it honestly could. I don't know whether we'll kill all of Connor's group or not. I have two different theories with this that I'll bring up to you. But let's see, is that it for my notes? Let me look real quick. Yeah, that looks right. We could be at the wrong place, but I'm not sure that we will be. I think that either one of two things could happen. Either we kill all of Connor's group, or we just escape from them. And now that would mean that next episode we're either running from Connor's group and make it to the Abigail complex, or we have already killed all of Connor's group and we pass over the border, Border Patrol starts following us, and we make it to the Abigail complex. And maybe we don't know that they know exactly where we made it to. And then for episode 7, which will be the mid-season finale, the Abigail complex, because we know that the tagline for the season is no safe harbor. I don't think anybody really expects them to be staying in a specific place like that. And I think that the mid-season finale, either Connor's group if we didn't kill all of them, or the Coast Guard or whatever, one of the two will attack the Abigail place. Thomas Abigail will likely die. I don't really see him living that much. I actually think that Madison could die either the mid-season finale or in this episode coming up, actually, during the attack on Connor's group. I have this weird feeling with Madison lately that she seems like a character that could die, and I thought that Madison was going to be the main character of this in a way, sort of like how Rick is for the original series. But I'm just getting this weird feeling the past few episodes that I think Madison could potentially die. Just throwing it out there. I think somebody is definitely going to, though, is definitely going to die. Somebody has to. And it's going to be our way of saying, okay, we don't have this safe place anymore. It's been destroyed. We do not any longer have that place to go to, that Abigail complex. So then we're going to have to wonder for the second half of the season, okay, where the hell's the group going to go now? What are they possibly going to do now that they no longer have this complex? Where do they sail to? Can they sail anywhere? I think that's going to be where this takes us. So I did kind of get off the topic of this episode and into future episodes, but that's about what I think is going to be happening at this point in the story. So if you did like this video, comment down there, tell me what your thoughts for the future of this are. Please no spoilers until after episodes have aired. Yeah, tell me what you thought of my predictions as well. Subscribe for more Fear the Walking Dead, as well as The Walking Dead, Tower of God, One Piece, and a bunch more. Check out the channel if you want, and just subscribe if you want. Also follow on Twitter if you want, because I'll keep you updated there with when I'm posting stuff or pushing stuff back. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this, for reals. For reals. And yeah, that's it. See you next time.